They said Desean Jackson is too slow, too old. They said Carson Wentz is not the same. They wanted D-Jax, they got D-Jax. They wanted the North Dakota assassin, they got the North Dakota assassin. You're by Loon. King Dingbat here, and welcome to the Eagles post game as the Eagles defeat the Washington Redskins 32-27, and it was a crazy, crazy game. And I forgot to plug in my damn mic. This is the first time that I'm doing a post game by myself. Usually I do it with Aiden from the Bitter Birds, but he's got a new gig. He's moving up in the world, so he ain't gonna be able to do it with me. We'll still do Bitter Dingbats during the week. And my plans for these recaps are basically going to be two things. One, I want to add people, Eagles content creators, and try to bring in somebody each week different, talk about the games, things like that. And then at the end of these recaps, I want to basically do like a call-in show for a little bit, that kind of thing. So that's what we're working towards. That's going to take a few weeks. In the meantime, you're going to just have to deal with me, and we'll hang out. Now, I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys-Giants game 2. I can see Dallas is about to allow a touchdown, and Saquon Barkley looks like he's tearing it up. John Dunham, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. He says, "Fly, Eagles, fly. What a comeback." Thank you, John Dunham, for the super chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Now, Giants just scored a touchdown. I'm telling you, Dallas is going to lose today. So thank you to everybody who was watching the stream today. We had a big stream. I appreciate all the super chats, all the mods, everybody. It was a lot of fun. Now, I'm going to talk about this game for a little bit. When we talk about this game, to me, the biggest thing was preseason. And I was talking about this in my preview video. I was talking about this during the game. The Eagles came out like they hadn't played all preseason. They looked sloppy. They just looked bad. They got it going. And, of course, in the second half, they totally destroyed the Washington Redskins. It was a beautiful thing. Here, I want to go over some stats real quick, and then I'll start talking to you guys, answering questions. Today, Carson Wentz, the North Dakota assassin, was 28 of 39, 313 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I still want to see that Alshon touchdown because I thought that was a forward pass. Sproles, rushing, had 9 carries for 47 yards. Jordan Howard, 6 carries for 44 yards. We're going to get into Jordan Howard a little bit, I'm sure. Miles Sanders, 11 carries for 25 yards. They had that one nice run called back. Carson had 4 carries for 5 yards himself. Receiving, big day for Desean Jackson. What a return. 8 catches, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zach Ertz, 5 catches, 54 yards. Alshon with 5 catches, 49 yards, 1 receiving touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. Darren Sproles, 3 catches, 16 yards. Dallas Goedert, 2 catches, 16 yards. Jordan Howard had 2 catches for 11. Miles Sanders, 1 for 2. And I said Ertz, 5. So that was pretty much what was happening offensively. Hey, look, a win is a win in this game, in this league, right? Anytime you win, it's an important thing. I think this is a great comeback, a great start. We got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of things we got to improve at. You know what I mean? That's for sure. I would say that as far as the defense goes, I thought the pass rush was non-existent in the first half. Non-existent, and then you saw them get better, and the corners started to play better. I'm going to say this. I don't think Rasul Douglas is a corner. I think he needs to be moved. I think he needs to be moved. And I want to see more from Derek Barnett. I want to see more from his defensive line. But a lot of those guys hadn't played. So what do you guys think? You know what I mean? Marcus, he says, can't give up so many 3rd and 4th downs at goal. Yeah. Well, I mean, I just don't like when they play those sticks. It was 4th and 12. You could have ended this game. And you didn't. You know what I mean? You go in that stupid sticks defense. Sports Talk with Bros, my man. He says, woo! Shout out to Sports Talk with Bros. When I talk about bringing people in for the post games, he's one of the first guys I want to bring on for one of these post games to do it with me. I think it would be fun. Everybody, go sub up my man Sports Talk with Bros. Awesome dude, great dude. Vivian says, how awesome is it to have D-Jax back? Yeah, to me, I said this was the biggest move in the offseason was to get Desean Jackson. because you needed that outside deep threat. And that's something the Eagles didn't have last year. They have it this year, and you saw how big of an impact it made. You know? Yeah, it's a shame for Nick Foles, broke his collarbone. Hey, everybody talked about Carson getting hurt. Nick got hurt. Nick has to finish the season too. Wentz took the reins in the second half. Wentz did. Wentz was the North Dakota assassin. He was scary. And if you were in my stream, you saw Redskin fans talking a lot of crap. And then Dallas fans talking a lot of crap. At the end of the game, they weren't talking. They were all scared. You know, all scares. Gate City Sports Talk. He says, I hear you, Philly 500. With that said, Doug P has to be a lot better with the play calling personnel selection. Agreed. Now the question is Doug taking the reins from Mike Groh, or was that Mike Groh who was putting those guys out there? He's the one that puts all the plays together. But I agree, there were some plays I didn't like. 3rd and 1, you bring Sproles on, you try to go outside on Sproles instead of right up the middle. I don't understand this Jordan Howard situation. We're going to have to talk about that in a little bit. Sanders will be a superstar. Oh, Sanders you can see the talent in Miles Sanders. I mean, he had a few big runs, but he's so explosive. Captain Trips, tighten up, he says. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. Prayers to Nick Foles, definitely. Hope Malik Jackson's all good. I do too. Run Howard more, also Sanders runs touch. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, these are going quick. I think when you look at Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard in the situation, here's how I think the Eagles want to use Jordan Howard. I think they want Jordan Howard to get, between the first and 3 quarters, not so many carries. And then in the 4th quarter, I think they want to use him a ton. And I think that's their plan with him. But it's interesting why they don't use him more. Ex-Bacon Grizzler, shout out to you, buddy. Hope our secondary picks it up. Got Matt Ryan and Julio in Atlanta. Next week, we're looking to bounce back after getting, by Minnesota. I agree. That's going to be a tough game. Jordan Howard killed it. Jordan Howard was great, and I'm with you guys. Run him more. Didn't we do the same thing with LeGarrette Blount? If you guys kind of remember, first 3 weeks. I don't know what the hell it is. First 3 weeks, we really didn't do much with Blount, and then against Chargers, we started using him. That one run inside the 20 said all about Sanders. My 9-year-old even saw it. Yeah, I mean, he just can go. Kenzo says, it must have been a matchup that they seen because Sproles was featured number 1. Yeah, you might be right. We have to wait and see. Is EDP in here? If EDP's in here, I didn't see him, but shout out to him. Vivian says, yep, I was so mad to lose Blount. It makes much. Yeah, it does. Oh, there he is. EDP. Being down. What's up, buddy? Being down 27, I was pissed off. I had to go home because I was going to sock my windshield up. Yeah, I believe it, buddy. I believe it. But don't do it. Don't do it. You had to get that to me. We didn't play the whole preseason. It was good. It was bound to happen. John Dunham, thank you for the super chat. He says, think about memes coming out against the Redskins about blowing 27 lead. Yeah, I'm sure they will be. Paul Toy says, Sticks defense. Really. I hate the Sticks defense. I hate it. It stinks. You know what I mean? Eagles champ Dallas stinks. Dallas is losing, by the way, 7-0. That 4th down pickup, 2018 all over again. That 4th didn't pick up. What do you mean? All over. Swift card, talk to me again. Ravens double moonwalk the Dolphins. Yeah, Ravens killed the Dolphins. D. Jackson is going to open up our offense in so many ways. I agree. Oh, yeah, EDP, apparently, if you're still here, you were on a commercial in the NFL. Did you see that? I didn't see it. Jim needs to bring the blitz more. You're preaching to the choir. Jim Schwartz does not like to blitz. He does not like to blitz. And when he does it, he seems like he does it at bad times. He needs to do it more. I'm cursing out the teams the whole first half, but stayed to watch the game. You got to stay, man. I was saying we're going to win this game. I knew we were going to win this game. Browns got crapped on. I heard the Browns took a beating, double moonwalking. Should we trade for Patrick Peterson? I don't want Patrick Peterson. If I'm going to trade for a corner, I'm going to go after Jalen Ramsey. Now, with Foles out for probably most of the season, they may be done. They may look to trade him at the trade deadline. That's something that, not to talk about now, but keep our eye on later on in the year. He blitzed today, still got no pressure. You watch some of his blitz with, his line, with Bradham blitzes. It's like a half-ass blitz. It's not full all-out blitz. And it's not disguised very well. He doesn't run good blitzes. Mel Reese called the Browns overrated on the radio. That's awesome. That is awesome. So it's 7-0 Cowboys, 7-0 Giants. Cowboys are going down the field. Gardner Minshew today played well. What was the final score of the Kansas City game? So we got 277 people here, 58 likes. Please like, please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Ramsey a free agent soon, though Patrick has 2 years left. Well, that's why he may get traded. I don't think Patrick Peterson's going to go anywhere. Plus, he's older. He got pressure off movement and stunts the line. He needs to continue doing that. I'm gonna go. I have to go back and look. I'll bet you he blitzed less than 5 times the whole game. I'm willing to bet. You know what I mean? I also think you got to remember, Barnett didn't play or really practice. Fletcher Cox either. Those guys didn't really play. They'll be better as time goes on. I thought Brandon Graham was good today. One thing I got to say, Josh Sweat plays, but Desean Hall is inactive. I thought Desean Hall was the best player in preseason. I want to see Desean Hall on the field. You know? And I'm sorry if I missed this. What happened at Bitter Dingbats? Well, Bitter Dingbats is going to be during a week, but our post game, I can't do it anymore because Adrian is moving up in the world. He's got a gig on a radio show in Philly called The Gambler. Shout out to The Gambler. And he does their post game. So he can't do it with me. I'm really happy for Adrian. He's a good dude. He deserves it. And he definitely is... He deserves it. He deserves it. So I'm going to be doing this on my own. And my plan, like I was saying earlier, is I'm going to bring Eagle content creators on. I'd like to bring somebody every week on to do it with me, and then do like a call-in show for like an hour. And that's something in the next few weeks to watch out for. They holding call on center. That was a horrible call. That was a horrible call, and it took rookie's touchdown away, man. I wanted him to get that touchdown. Yeah, good for Adrian. Yeah, I'll bring EDP on. Yeah, I'll bring EDP, Brunson, Broads, Bird Gang. I'm going to bring everybody, even guys who, may have, I don't care if you have 5 subscribers, 10. If I like you and I think you got good content, I'll bring you on. I want to help people out. Joe, thank you for the stream, man. I appreciate it. They are holding a lot, and Redskins got away. Even in the at the end of the first half, it was a 3rd down. They had a delay of game. They didn't call it. Redskins get a 1st down. They go down and they get that field goal. Pissed me off. We use small quick backs. Howard is only a bruiser. Yeah, well, and I think they feel that Howard can't catch out of backfield, or makes teams basically know how to play the Eagles. And I mean, I don't know. I'm really shocked how little they used Jordan Howard. I think they need to use him more. Yeah, you all said EDP was on a commercial. I'll have to see it. Oh yeah, Desert Eagle, definitely. Yeah, I want to have somebody each week, I think because when you do these post-game recaps right after, for me, a lot of times I need to go back and rewatch the game and have somebody else who sees different things and can talk about things I think is good. Yeah, the one when Jeffrey was held and shakes off for the 1st down, but no flag. Yeah, that's true. Philly Wentz throwing off 1 foot. What's up with that? Do you think you apprehend your strength or... no, Pat. I mean, I have to see what specifically you're talking about. I thought Carson Wentz was phenomenal today. I mean, I have no complaints with Carson. Did he hurt something or ankle or foot or something? There's nothing that I saw. I really liked his play. Even when he scrambled and he moved out of the pocket, he threw the ball. He didn't go and take unnecessary hits. I thought Carson Wentz was fantastic. The North Dakota assassin is the real deal. Corey Clement, I saw a couple times out there, Tommy. Miles is special, man. Likewise, Whiteside. We will learn. Look, this draft is going to be a big hit. But Howard definitely need more care. I agree. Here's the question with Jordan Howard that we have to ask ourselves. Okay, I mean this. And I know some Eagle fans don't like that when I bring this up, or they think I'm hating on Jordan Howard. I'm not. I like Jordan Howard a lot. But why is it that we were going to go after McCoy? Then we're trying to go after Gordon, and then they say, well, that's fake. And then you come out today, and Jordan Howard doesn't even start. He doesn't barely play. What is going on? To me, there's too much smoke to not say maybe the Eagles aren't happy with him. Maybe they think he's too one-dimensional. Maybe they just want to use him in 4th quarter. Maybe, as somebody said earlier, it's just a matchup thing, which is all fine. But I just want to know what the hell's going on. Wentz was throwing the ball fast today, and when he didn't, he checked down. He did. And a couple times when he scrambled out, he would have ran. He waited and threw. Carson Wentz deep ball was improved. Oh, it was, definitely. I have a joke. Why can't the Cowboys eat cereal? Because they choke when they close the bowl. I love it. That's great. Roman, good job. Yeah, Carson's your neighbor, Vivian. When are you going to bring your neighbor? I want to meet him. Jordan Howard is a blunt type back. We need to use him more. And they may use him in like the fourth quarter and situations like that. Dallas just scored. So Dallas goes down and scored, tie game. Wentz will become a master of the game this year. He will. Now, did anybody rewatch the one touchdown to Alshon? Because I have to know. That looked like a forward pass to me. I mean, I've only seen it once. I didn't see the replay. But they're calling it a backwards pass and a rushing touchdown. I'm curious if that'll get changed. And I ask you because I have him on my fantasy. And I want 4 touchdowns. He's never home. I bet. He's always hunting. Once we work out the Kings, the offense is going to be scary. It is. It is. Cowboys and Giants are tied 7-7 with 3:19 left in the first quarter. I hope to see Goddard more involved in the offense. You know, I mean, look, this offense is stacked. Ertz, Goddard, Desean, Alshon, Miles, Jordan Howard. I mean, every week somebody else is going to have a big day. Today was Desean Jackson. What did Desean Jackson? Desean had 8 catches, 154 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I love that. And they say all season, you hear the Cowboy fans, Giants, oh, he's done. He can't play. He's too slow. Did he look too slow today? We need to ban the screen plays. Yeah, they don't run the screen very well. Howard needs to be. Gates says Howard needs to be ahead of Sanders. Defense struggles to tackle him, and Sanders looked good when the D was breathing heavy. Me and you agree. Okay, I would have Howard be my number 1 back by week 8. I give it to Miles Sanders, but they don't see it that way. Horrible throw by Dak. Jarwin bails him out. Yeah, bad pass behind him. I like how Wentz is spraying the ball around. Yeah, me too. It's so funny because everybody's like, well, why aren't they passing? Why isn't he passing to Ertz? But all last year it was, he throws to Ertz too much. He's spreading the ball out. Yeah, he didn't look old today. My neighbors hate me for having the Eagles flag on my house. I live in Texas, by the way. Skittle Eagle, you are the man. Shout out to you. You're in enemy country. You keep it up. Good game, good win, Eagles. I can't wait to see you in a few weeks. Thank you, Joshua. It's going to be fun. You got to think that Howard is cut bait. I don't think he's cut bait, but he might be trade bait. It really, I don't know what to think. So we got 228 people here. Please like, please subscribe. Let's get this over 100 likes. How do you think Jones looked? Sidney Jones, he got burnt on one play. But I thought he was okay. The play after he made a big play, I think it was on 3rd down. Let me say this. I think that this secondary is all going to depend upon the pressure that the defensive line gets. I think that's what it's all about. And let me say this also. Okay, let me say this. Rasul Douglas is not a corner. He is not a corner. Now I'm starting to get pissed because he got totally destroyed today. He cannot cover speed receivers. And you cannot allow him to go out there one-on-one with no help with a safety with a speed receiver. He has problems. Rasul Douglas is a safety. Move him to safety. Malik Jackson got hurt. I don't know what it was, Ethan, or how bad. Yes, Big D. Douglas is a safety. LT, my man. My quarterback was your quarterback that was the North Dakota Assassin. That was 2017 Carson Wentz. There was a big difference in this Carson Wentz than 2018. You can see it. You can see it in his arm strength. You can see it in his movement. You can just see it. Carson's back, guys. It sucks that Nick Foles got hurt today. Yeah, it is. I wish him well, too. Joe Jones says, our secondary blows. Give it time. Tim says, I think Howard Sanders will have 2 times more carries next game, and we'll see less screens. You might be right. Yeah, that play was wrong. It was. Mike Groh's trash. Sadejo's garbage. I kind of agree with you. Look, my biggest fear right now is Mike Groh. Mike Groh scares the hell out of me. Some of his plays, it just, I don't understand what he's doing. Brian says, think about you sound like they spray chemtrails over your neighborhood. Hope you feel. I'm fine. I'm not sick. I'm losing my voice from screaming during the game. It's my first game. My voice isn't ready for the regular season, I guess. We aren't going to come back like this against the Falcons. We ain't going to be down like this against the Falcons. We're going to double moonwalk that ass. You're heartbroken for Foles? Yeah, me too. Didn't Carson have 4 times? Yeah, no, they're saying that was a backward pass to Alshon Jeffrey. So we'll have to see. I don't know. I need to go look at it again. I want 4 because I have him in fantasy. LT, what it says, 500. You notice he took no hits. I'm watching him right now in the postgame. Carson looks like Floyd Mayweather post-fight clean. Yeah, he only took 1 hit, I remember, which he was going to get sacked. He wound up getting a yard. But he didn't take many hits. And what I liked, too, was when he did get flushed out of the pocket, LT, if you remember, like in previous times, he puts that ball down and he runs. He didn't. He would wait, and then threw it. He hit Ertz, he hit Aguilar, and then one time he hit Alshon. I really liked the decision-making of Carson Wentz today. No, I have no updates on him. I have none. I knew D-Jax would have a huge game. He did, man. Yeah, poor Nicky. 500 voice, not my voice isn't no. I'm gonna lose my voice. I gotta do my cigar video later tonight, which will be out either tonight late or tomorrow morning. So it'll be interesting. Once this is over, I'll watch the Dallas game, chill out with the wife and stuff for a little bit, and then I'll do that video later tonight. I might rewatch the Eagles game too. Saquon Barkley is the best running back in football, and there's no doubt about it. Got to trade Schwartz. See, I come from, oh my God, what a move by Saquon Barkley. I'm sorry. I wonder what Dougie P told his team at halftime. Wake the hell up. Look, if you go and watch my preview, I say the thing I'm worried about is coming out slow. The starters haven't played. You saw what happened in Chicago, Green Bay game. And I think it's going to be a closer game. I said somewhere around 14-10, Eagles would be up. I didn't think we would be down by so much. But, man, in the second half, the Eagles woke the hell up. Hope Foles is okay. The Jags O-line is trash. Yeah, Foles broke his collarbone, I think. Nigel Slow, linebacker. Nigel's first game back. A lot of those guys I got to give up. I got to wait on, Didn't expect Sproles to get so much. Sproles did look pretty good, yeah. Angel Martinez, if I keep seeing you in when I give them out next time, yeah, I'll be giving them out again during my next live stream. Christian says, yo, Philly, I'm telling you, Howard will not be an Eagle by next week. They kept him healthy Okay, so Christian, you're saying, yo, they didn't play him that much because he's getting traded. All right, well, interesting. I would think if that's the case, you would have played him even less. But, I mean, I'll remember who said it. Foles getting ear sad. It is sad, Definitely before Green Bay, they are hardest opponent next 5 games. Look, I'll tell you, the Atlanta game is a tough game. We always have problems with Atlanta in Atlanta on prime time. Just a fact. Okay, and they got killed today. They're coming off a loss to Minnesota. Then we're going to have to go to Green Bay on a Thursday night. I think we can win both those games, but next week scares me. The Last Dragon says trade who? No flags. Wentz didn't see the ground today. 0 sacks on his birthday. Was it his birthday? On the day. Oh, I thought you said birthday for a second. My eyes. Christian, how the hell is Brooks playing? Laughing. Brooks played. He played. Adrian Peterson getting traded? What are you talking about? Going to trade for corner? Look, here's what I would say. Wait with the corner, and let's see how these young guys could develop. Devontae Graham says Douglas should be covering the tight end, not playing outside. He's not fast enough. For that, I think he would be way more effective. Look, Douglas struggles against speed. All camp, he's had tough times with Desean Jackson. He does good against big physical receivers. I think he's a safety. He could cover tight ends. I think you give him a chance to be a ball hawk and play instinctive. I think Rasul Douglas could be a Pro Bowl safety. Are we the only team that Are we the only team with balls? We're the team that goes for 4th down? Yes, we are. You saw it. The Redskins wouldn't go for it on 4th down, but the Eagles did. Balls. Big brass balls. So they just got down early, so they couldn't use him the way they wanted. Was just situational. Who you mean, True Alpha? Jordan Howard? Well, see, if you're saying Jordan Howard didn't get used more because we were down early, why didn't he start? And the other thing is you're only down, 13 points at one time, 17 points? It wasn't like you had to abandon the run. You needed to run more. I just think something's up. I just think something's up with Jordan Howard. I don't know what it is. Maybe it was situational, and we'll see next week. Well, I just don't know. We kept our foot on the pedal. We did, Tommy. 1 drunk ghost. Send toes. Absolutely. Redskins scored to make it close. I hate that the Redskins scored at the end of that game. I hate it. I think it was bullcrap. And you know what? Next time the Eagles are up with 4 minutes left and they're down there, score on their ass. Score on them. They're going to come and try to do that crap. Score on them. Howard is our number one when he's in a game. Our running game becomes the. I like Howard. I'm not against Jordan Howard at all. I love Jordan Howard. I'm reading the tea leaves. Something's up. I'm not saying he's getting traded or anything. I'm just saying, why are these other guys getting more carries? Do you think Desean will go for as much as? No, probably not as much. Well, it's a dome, right? That's a fast track for him, maybe. 500. Did you see Mike Scott from the Sixers fighting Eagle fans because he had a Redskin? No, I did not. But good. If he was wearing a Redskin jersey, then the Eagle fans, they should go at him. I love the Eagle fans. Bird Gang Sports. Shout out to Bird Gang Sports. He's one of the content creators I'm talking about. Bringing on this channel to do a post game at some point. Great channel. He got me hyped with his hype video this morning. So everybody go sub up Bird Gang Sports. Do it. We are here, Philly. Just needed to warm up. That's it. I wore my jersey and knew my bucket half foul. You are the man, Tommy. Damn, I had a parade with my daughter. How did we look? Crappy in the first half, Eric R. We were down at one point, I think it was 17-0. We looked like we were playing our first preseason game. By the third quarter, we double moonwalked that ass. It was like 29-3. We outscored them. I woke up so hyped, man. I didn't sleep at all last night. I was so pumped. Jerry got refs in his pockets again. I see he always does. Love Miles Sanders' explosiveness. Me too, man. I love Miles Sanders. So I'm going to do about, another 3-4 minutes. Is there anything I didn't cover? Any questions about tonight or the game or anything? I'm going to do a cigar video. And then I'm also going to do a victory cigar video for those that don't know. Every time the Eagles win, I go out there when I'm trying to calm down, and I just give you my thoughts of what's in my mind while I smoke a cigar. And then on either Monday or Tuesday morning, I'll do my final thoughts or final recap of the game after I go back and I rewatch the game a couple times. And I'll have those next two things out. All the sports fury about to be. I love it, Brandon. Yeah. If we cut Sendejo, do we still get fourth round? No, I don't. Yeah, I think we do, actually. I think up until November. Linebackers were okay. Johnny Blaze, my man, what is up? Who's going to cover Julio next week? Oh, if I know. Nobody covers him. Wore my one team, one dream, one city shirt. Is that okay? I remember that slogan. Lewis, Philly 500, you should make t-shirts saying Dallas still stinks. Working on it now. Don't be that happy. Terry was beating you up. Is that Skins 500? What the hell is that? Sanders averaged 1 point something yards per carry. I told you he gets tackled. Wait, yeah, but did you see the big play that they called back? The one thing I can tell you this. I don't worry about a rookie taking loss in certain runs. They got to learn those things. But the one thing you can't teach is that explosiveness, that shiftiness, that movement. And he scored a touchdown they called back was a shame. Miles Sanders, Dominic Purdy, I know you don't like him, is a beast. And by the end of the year, you're going to like him. And you're going to change your opinion on him. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to like him. It's really about to be a great season. It's going to be a great season. We got a tough game next week. I like Lamar Jackson had a beast game today. Always root for him. He had 5 touchdowns. Amazing. Yeah, from 2005, that's right. Watching Cowboys cheat like usual, yes. Ex-Philly fighter, man, I'm glad to see you, buddy. I hadn't seen you in a long time. Sanders is going to be beast. I really like Sanders. I really do. Freed Howard. I love Sanders, but Howard, you can't sleep. I just don't know what's going on with Jordan Howard. It's irking the crap out of me. Because I think Jordan Howard should have started. I think he should have had 20 carries. He should have been the main guy, and you give your rookie like Sanders a chance to slowly acclimate. By week 8, if you want to put him in, fine. But, man, he didn't even start. Philly 0-2 for Miles was trying to do too much, just like Saquon did. Oh yeah, I mean that happens. They're rookies, but you can't teach the way he hit that hole. There's 2 times where he went down, got tackled at the 3, and then the other time where he scored touch. You can't teach that. That is something that he just has in him. Who do you think is going to win next week? Got faith in my Eagles. Well, I mean, Christian, I can't call it right now. I'm not going to lie. This is one of the games that scares me the most, is this Atlanta game. If you notice, the past few years, we always lose week 2. Always. So that game scares me. We couldn't go down 0-2. If you could have changed anything in the first half, what would it be? I would have. Here's the one thing I would have changed in the first half. Okay, the first half, I would have gone Jordan Howard more. I would have ran the crap out of Jordan Howard to the point where my offensive line is settling into a rhythm. And when they're starting a rhythm, then you start pulling the play action. I think coming off of preseason when you didn't play, you're rusty, that was the best way to get into rhythm. And I think we could have, kind of found our footing by early second quarter if we'd have done that. That's the one thing I would have changed in the first half. We're going to have a fight next week. It's like Blunt from 2017 situation where they didn't run him, then after week 4 he gets more carries. Yeah, Philly 0-2 totally could be. I'm not going to panic about the Jordan Howard situation. I'm not. I see Jordan Howard as the closer. He was in the fourth quarter. He comes in. He'll kill the clock. Last year, if you remember, there are 2 things we don't have that were evident in today's game. You don't have that deep threat last year. You have it now. Fourth quarter, when we were up, remember, we were up 12 points. It wasn't 12 yet. I think it was 9 points? We needed to kill the clock. It was the whole fourth quarter. And they put Jordan Howard in. We went on a 5-6 minute drive, kicked the field goal. But we killed most of the clock. And we couldn't do that last year. We can do that now. Sproles would bring it. Yeah, Bonzology, you were right, man. Sproles has a little more juice than I gave him credit for, Bonzology. The Oracle Bonzology, that is. Actually 3-0 in the Peterson era. Yeah, but we always lose. Last 2 years we lost the second game. I said it. I'd be here game 1, just about every game. Miss you, my friend. Miss you too, buddy. Good to see you. Jackson is an X factor. He to me changes our whole offense. I'd like to see Aguilar get a little more involved. I'd like to see him in the slot downfield a little more. I give Dak credit for that throw. I didn't see the throw. They are playing the Giants. Anybody that thinks the Giants are any good, Sanders, Dominic Purdy says, Sanders is our weak link at running back. Everyone was on his nuts, but this game was our worst running back. He was our worst running back. What did Corey Clement do? He had a couple carries. I disagree. I disagree with you. I think Miles Sanders I'm impressed with Miles Sanders. I like what I see, Dominic. I think that the one, if they don't call back that weak-ass hold, it was a weak-ass penalty. It's a touchdown. He broke through. So I disagree. I respectfully disagree. You were big time right about Jax. I didn't think he'd have still much left. Yeah, he still can play, Bonzology. He still can play. We really need preseason offense. We really rusty beginning. It was evident, too. JJ, Arcega-Whiteside was out there a little bit, but not too much. Arcega-Whiteside. Miles Sanders' stat line would have much better if they didn't call it. Yeah, I mean, what was that, 25, 30-yard run? JJ was holding a rookie. He'll learn. Yeah, it was a little bit weak. Dallas getting ready to score again. I think it's funny that Giant fans think they're going to win the division. He's a smart kid, yeah. Arcega horse. You didn't get this catching. Are you the one with the JJ Arcega horse teeth troll? Mark Spikes, you're overactive 500. It was a game plan. Mark it Spikes. What was the game plan? You mean the way they used Jordan Howard? I'm willing to accept that. If that's the case. I have no problem with that. But we'll find out next week. But when I look at it, and I look at all the talk of McCoy and Gordon and all these other things, and then I see that Jordan Howard ain't even playing, it makes me wonder what's going on. But I will accept that maybe I'm overreacting. It was just a game plan. Dominic Purdy, I love you too, buddy. Is Daniel Jones playing? No. I think Doug knows what Sanders can do. That's why they're giving him reps now. Yeah, I mean, look, I prefer to play Jordan Howard, let him start, and let Sanders acclimate himself. But they don't want to do that. And I'm not going to stop. They do what they got to do. Giants will win the preseason Super Bowl. Yep. Wanted to see Matt Collins get some catches, but guess there was nothing open for him. I didn't even remember seeing Matt Collins out there. Yeah, that trade makes a lot more sense after that game. Yeah, the whole talk of it does. If we can base how they feel about him by how much they used him, you know, Giants defense stinks. Mark Holmes is mad he went to the Giants. They're not winning. I think that would be the funniest thing. Okay, Mark Holmes, for those that don't know, he was going to go to the Dallas game, right? So he's going to the Dallas game. He buys plane tickets to go to Dallas for a week after, or for a week late. So he bought plane tickets for next week when the game was this week. So he's panicking Friday night. He doesn't know what to do. He decides to drive to Dallas from Virginia to Dallas. It's like a 20-hour drive. Drive straight through, okay? Now, I think it would be the funniest thing on earth if he drove all the way there and then they lose. I mean, I think it would be the greatest thing ever. Matter of fact, if that happens, I'm going to do a skit of Mark Holmes driving home after Dallas loses. Hey, friends, Mark Holmes. It'll be great. We need a new defensive coordinator. Julian, I agree with you there. Hey, Philly, what do you think about Nick Foles being out for the season? Matthew, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. But you know what? Nick has never never played a full season either. Touchdown Dallas, Witten. Schwartz D is bend, don't break. Yeah, sometimes it's bend and bend and bend, and Philly 500 is going to stick his foot in his ass. Because if I have to watch another 4th and 12, you go to the sticks, they run a screen pass, and you can't get to the running back in time before he gets the first down, drives me nuts. Matthew, who did you want to see play? Make a video about Doug Peterson being the best coach in the league. I think he's a top 3 coach. Sports Live in the ATL. David, what's up, my man? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Shout out to you, man. David, and for everybody sub him up. Good guy, Atlanta Falcon guy. We got a tough game, man, with you guys next week. You got a bad loss today. Oh, shit, Foles out for season? Yeah, he broke his collarbone, dude. You know, North Dakota Assassin still playing. I was just watching the Redskins go up 17-0, then 27 at the end of the first half, and I'm just embarrassed. Well, no need to be embarrassed because we double moonwalk that ass. Of course, Dallas wins. They're facing the Giants. Bro, what a comeback. Now we need to keep our momentum rolling. We do. The prevent defense prevents from winning. You look, think about go back to the Tennessee Titan game last year. 4th and 15 overtime, Eagles up 3. They run the stupid sticks defense, and they pass underneath, and they get it. Okay? Because there's no pressure, there's plenty of time. Then it's 3rd and goal from like the 9, and the Eagles decide to blitz. And when you're at 3rd and goal, you back everybody up because, you know, the back of the end zone right there is another defensive player for you. I don't like Jim Schwartz. I know he broke, but damn, I think it's like an 8-12 week injury, maybe, right? Is it the whole season? Is he out the whole season? For the rest of the season, it has been... like I said, if they fold, if Jacksonville loses and out, they may try to trade Ramsey at some point at the trade deadline. Oh, the Cleveland Browns got destroyed. I'm calling it now. Sunday Night Football. Falcons at home will rebound and beat the Eagles next Sunday night. You might be right, David. I think that, to me, that is a tough place to play. In Atlanta, Sunday night, we don't have a good record with you guys. I'm apprehensive about that game. It's actually, in my season prediction, it's one of the losses I have. I have us 13-3, and I have that game being a loss. I'm not saying I'm going to pick against you guys after the way you played. I have to go watch you. This game reminded me of Wentz because he was covering those. Yeah, Dean. 27. It looked like 2017 Wentz. He looked smarter than a 2017 Wentz. Schwartz and Kapler. Yes. I agree with you, Maverick. Let's go, baby. Desean is back. Wentz is back. Most lethal in the league. You know it. This wasn't the Falcons team I know. It was a joke. Yeah. Spike 23 Eagles. What's up, buddy? We will beat Atlanta. I hope so. Matthew says it's crazy the file. Which one? Nothing to watch 500. We looked unprepared. Yeah, but I'll watch it. I always watch the team we're playing the week before. So I'll watch you, and then, you know, it's going to be a tough game. Steve Conrad says, huge win. What's up, 500? What's up, buddy? Oh, in Christ, you show up after you guys scored. Dak looking good, Philly. Good. I mean, you should beat the stinkiest team in the National Football League. The Giants stink. The secondary stinks. You should be able. I could throw one. But you can't be the North Dakota Assassin. Do you guys not know
what talent we have. Oh, I know. Atlanta's very good. Funny people judging us on one game. Come on, Eagle fans. Eagle fans are feeling good. That's all. The East-West screenplay calling was shit first half. Yeah, it was horrible. And they sniffed it out too, man. They knew exactly what they were going to do. So I'm going to go for like about another, I'll say about another couple minutes. And then I'm going to go and then watch the rest of this Dallas Giant game and then do my victory cigar. I have to say we need to tighten our corners. We need to tighten up our defense. We got to be better next week. I feel sorry for Big Nick on the. Yeah, me too, man. It's a shame, Foles. Why is Josh Sweat Philly 0-2-4? That's something I said earlier. I don't know. I think Desean Hall deserved the opportunity to play over Josh Sweat. Our defensive line was pretty mad. They were good run defense. I thought our run defense was good, but we didn't get enough pressure on the quarterback until like later on, and we didn't even get that many sacks. Hey man, we dominated. Oh, good fella. We crushed them in the second half. No doubt about it. Sports ATL 500. I respect you, my dude. Maybe we could do something this week. I need you unwind. Go for. Okay, yeah, sure, man. Reach out to me. I would love to do something with you. Later, my man. If the Eagles win next week against the Falcons, we're gonna roll division early. Look, if we beat the Falcons, then I think we have a good chance to go 4-0. You know, Rasul Douglas needs to switch to safety. I'm with you in that. 100%. Smallwood did really good today. He did great. He ran his mouth all week, and you know, he did great. Why didn't Hall play? They had him as inactive. All right, Bonzology, I'll see you later. They had him inactive, so I don't know. It's going to be crazy. Well, this was my first recap by myself. Usually I have this with Adrian, but thank you guys for being here. I'm going to do this each week. And like I said, I want to get to the point where each week I bring in a new like Eagles content creator to do it with me. And then I take calls. But that's going to take a couple weeks to figure out how to set up and those kind of things. Any suggestions you guys have, leave in the comment sections. With that said, Renee Ballard, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that so much. She said, long overdue, fly Eagles fly. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, Renee. I hope I said your name right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Thanks again. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And, hey, look, next week we'll be right back doing this again. I'll have a cigar video coming out late tonight or early tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. But with that said, I'm going to let you guys all go. Thank you for being here. And go watch the Dallas Giants game and watch that debacle because the Giants stink. And if you want to watch something, go watch Bad Dog. He's probably really pissed off. Anyways, Eagles win 1-0. Come back to double moonwalk the Redskins' ass. I feel good. North Dakota Assassin's back. Desean Jackson's back. I loved it. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Love you all. I will see you later. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat. If I could shut